Oh boy. 10 years, everybody. 10 years. 2012 to 2022. We have made it 10 years. And oh boy, is that crazy to me. I mean, I'm not like super excited, I guess, and I'm not like super sad, but one thing is for sure, I'm super grateful, you know. I'm filled with gratitude. I'm thankful to be here. And I'm thankful to have such a strong alliance of fans that have stuck with me through all the bullshit. From leaving my popular band to starting a new project and still supporting me. You guys mean the world to me, and you guys are the reason why Dayshell still continues, or myself still continues to make music and do this. So thank you. This goes out to you. But, you know, I kind of just wanted to make this video just to kind of obviously thank you guys and, you know, celebrate the 10 years, but also just give those that don't know a little bit of a backstory on Dayshell and the song Share With Me. That's basically the flagship of why Dayshell is still here today. But Dayshell, as you may or may not know, is my middle name. My dad told me when I was in my old band, you know, when you go solo, you should name your band after your middle name, Dayshell. And rightfully so, that's what I did. But I didn't really plan on making Dayshell as soon as Dayshell formed. But, you know, just to give you a backstory on Share With Me and how that came about, it was the last tour I ever was on with Mice. And it was the pretty much the breaking point for me ever stepping foot on a stage or being in that band ever again. We had some days off in Florida, and I was really dark. You know, like about a year prior to that, I injured my back, something that I still, to this day, suffer with immensely. But at the time, you know, my mind couldn't handle it. I wasn't able to figure that out, you know, and living the lifestyle of in a bus and rock and roll every day. There wasn't it wasn't a safe environment and a healthy environment for change for me. So I just kept getting darker and darker and more depressed and self-medicated. But it was basically, I believe it was the day before the last time I ever was with the Mice, or the day of. I was sitting down writing some melody, you know, and then all of a sudden some words came to mind, and Share With Me only star in the sky. I need a sign from another light. And those lyrics were really important to me at the time because I felt like I needed something. You know, there wasn't anything. The people that I was with, although cared for me, didn't know how to. We were all young, we're all dumb, we're all egotistical and hot-headed and, you know, what have you. I was so lost. So that night I ended up calling somebody, and I went into a place where they evaluated me emotionally and physically to see if I'm safe. And after that, I went home and I never stepped foot on stage with that band again. And it was a very hard choice I had to make. You know, there was a band that I helped build and that was very successful at the time, or start over. But I knew in my heart that I had to do what I had to do. And although it took me years after that to really snap out of it, I did what was best for that band, I believe, at the time. And for myself, even though for myself it was still a hard path, you know, I had to. But obviously, immediately I started Dayshell because music is what keeps me alive. You know, it's in this generation, most people are very depressed, broken, and lost. And I fall into that category in so many ways, but I found something that makes me feel complete. And I'm thankful and I'm lucky. And I'm able to do it, you know. I'm able to actually make this music and put it out to the world and focus and all that jazz, you know. And it's just amazing that I'm able to do that, and obviously I'm thankful. But yeah, that's basically how Dayshell started. It was with that song Share With Me, and once I went home, I got with my buddies and we released that to the world. We got signed immediately and things looked like they were coming up, and it was just the beginning of a lot of bullshit. A beginning of everything that led me to where I am today, in which I started back, I believe 2017 or 18, is doing it completely DIY. I was tired of it. I was tired of signing contracts and empty promises. I was tired of people taking advantage or feeling entitled, you know, like it got exhausting and it broke me. So I said, fuck everybody, and I took it all under my own hands, and started to become an engineer and producer and release my own material. Now, I don't consider myself to be an amazing one by any means, but I was able to, get my ideas out there efficiently. When you walk into a studio and you have an idea in your head and you're trying to explain that to the producer, it's a nightmare, and you never get what you want. Why? Because you're just explaining to somebody with your mouth rather than showing it to them. And that's one thing that I learned is, if you walk into a studio and you have an idea, you better have it, the best idea, worked out, recorded, to show him. Otherwise, you're going to get what you get, because nobody knows what you're thinking more than you do. So that's the path I went down, and now I'm a producer. Now I'm releasing my own music to the world. Am I the best at it? Absolutely not. Do I have a lot of room to grow? I'm infinite. It's an infinite, passion. But I'm stoked that it led me in that direction, because I have more control. I can understand more, and doing this DIY is very difficult, but it's liberating, because you know exactly what's going on. You actually do see growth, and you actually do make profit. That's one thing. When I was on labels in Dayshell before, I never made a dime. I was just always in debt. For more than half of Dayshell's career, there was not one dime made. So how did we tour? How did we survive? I don't really know. I don't really remember, but we did, and it destroyed us in some senses. It had members leave and come and go, but I stuck it out, because this is my baby, and I understand why everybody else either left or was removed. This is my baby, and I'm not going to let this go. This is who I am. It's my identity. And that's not to sell anybody short that has ever been in the band. I respect them all, and I appreciate everybody that's ever been involved. Thank you. There's absolutely no hard feelings to anybody at this point. I'm grown. I'm past that. I'm moving forward, and I'm excited for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? But anyways, so I just wanted to make this video and thank you guys, and just give you some insight and whatnot. But before I go, I do want to let you guys know that, I have a 10-year anniversary Dayshell shirt that I made. It's being released now. You can find it in the link below or the bio, wherever you can find a link. I'm also releasing a version of Share With Me that nobody has ever heard. It's actually the second version. The first version we released was a demo we did on a computer. The second version we never released, but we recorded it with the legend Ross Robinson in California at his place. And boy, oh boy, was it a different sounding song. I mean, we down-tuned the song to drop A. It was all raw and live. We recorded things individually, but there was little to no editing. There's no auto-tune, all that stuff. So it's very raw and true version of what Dayshell would sound like at that time. So if you're interested in hearing that, the only way you can actually listen to that, I can't release it on Spotify or anything, but you can head over to my Patreon and sign up for any tier, and I'm going to release that to all you guys today, or it might even already be out. So you got that. So yeah, if you want some Dayshell 10-year anniversary merch, I got a shirt, 2 different colors, a sweater, and a hat. You can pick those up at the merch store. Click the link in the bio, blah, blah, blah. And also, if you want to listen to Share With Me's unreleased Ross Robinson produced version, head on over to my Patreon, click the links, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, guys, so 10 years. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video if you made it this far. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the acoustic EP. I'm excited for the next album. It's just a matter of time. Everything is time, and, got to do it right. But yeah, folks. So cheers to you. Thank you to you. And let's do this. Let's keep doing this, all right? Love you guys. Peace.